Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, One Step Better Result. On this channel you will watch motivational and emotional stories that not only teach powerful life lessons, but also help improve your English listening, reading, and speaking skills naturally. If you listen carefully to these stories every day, your confidence in English will slowly become stronger, because small improvements every day create big results in the future. And today's story is one of the most important lessons every student should understand: the value of time. Every student gets the same 24 hours in a day, but the way they use those hours decides their future. Some students use time to build their dreams. Some waste it without realizing its value, and some learn how to balance both study and enjoyment wisely. This is the story of three students: Aarav, Rohan, and Kabir. Three close friends, three different habits, and three completely different futures. All three studied in the same school. They sat in the same classroom, learned from the same teachers, and dreamed about becoming successful one day. But even though they had the same opportunities, their daily habits slowly changed their lives. Aarav was the most disciplined among them. Every morning, before sunrise, while the world was still sleeping, Aarav quietly woke up and sat at his study table. The cold morning air entered through the window. Books were open in front of him, and the soft light of his study lamp filled the room. He was not the smartest student in school, but he understood one powerful truth: success is created by small efforts repeated every single day. So every day, he studied with focus, practice, revision, consistency, again and again. Sometimes he felt tired. Sometimes he wanted to rest like everyone else. But he always remembered his goals. Meanwhile, Rohan lived completely differently. The moment he returned home from school, he threw his school bag into a corner, picked up his mobile phone, and started playing games. 1 hour passed, then another. Without realizing it, the entire day disappeared. His book stayed closed on the table while game sounds filled the room. And every night, he said the same thing: "I'll study tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. Whenever exams became close, Rohan became nervous. But instead of studying seriously, he searched for shortcuts. Sometimes he watched motivational videos. Sometimes he copied homework from friends. Sometimes he simply made excuses. Deep inside, he wanted success too, but he did not want discipline. And slowly, his habits became his biggest enemy. Then there was Kabir. Kabir was different from both of them. He enjoyed cricket, games, movies, and spending time with friends. But unlike Rohan, Kabir understood balance every day. He completed his studies first. After finishing homework and revision, he allowed himself time to relax and enjoy life. He believed something important: life needs both hard work and happiness. Because of this balance, Kabir stayed peaceful, focused, and consistent. Days passed, months passed, and slowly, school life became more serious. Exams became harder. Competition increased. Now the difference between the three friends became clearly visible. Aarav had become disciplined and confident. Kabir was also performing well because of his consistency. But Rohan started struggling badly. His concentration became weak, his basics became poor, and his addiction to wasting time kept growing stronger. Whenever he tried studying, his mind immediately wanted entertainment. Then finally, the final exams arrived. The school atmosphere became tense. Students revised late into the night. Parents prayed for their children's success. Teachers gave important advice. Aarav entered the exam hall calmly. Kabir also felt prepared and confident, but Rohan sat there feeling afraid as he looked at the question paper. His hands started shaking. Many questions looked unfamiliar, and at that moment, he realized a painful truth: time never waits for anyone. The hours he wasted on games, had finally returned as regret. A few weeks later, results were announced. Aarav became one of the top students in school. Kabir also scored very good marks. Both made their families proud. And Rohan failed in multiple subjects. He stood silently near the notice board, watching other students celebrate around him. That evening, he sat alone in his room, staring at his gaming setup, and for the first time, he truly understood something important. Games were not the real problem. Losing control over time was the real problem. The next day, Rohan visited Aarav and quietly asked, "How did you stay disciplined for so long?" Aarav smiled and replied, "I didn't become successful in one day. I simply respected time and started valuing every hour of his life." Because he finally understood. Time is the most valuable thing in the world. Money can return. Opportunities can return. But once time is gone, it never comes back. And maybe that is the biggest lesson of this story. If you use your time wisely today, your future will thank you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this story on One Step Better Result. If you enjoyed this story and want to improve your English listening and speaking skills while learning powerful life lessons, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep learning every single day, because one step better every day can completely change your life.